Hello, this is Sally Ann. I've got a couple of cards to show you today. You might not be surprised to know that in fact they are pop-up cards. So here we go. As you know, I've been making, if you've been reading my blog, I've been making pop-up cards in pairs simply because I've used a 12 by 12 sheet of paper and it's quite simple just to cut it in half and make the card from there. And this is equally the case with this pair of cards in front of you. They're quite fun, I think, and I've used some embellishments from Kaisercraft. These stickers here, they're on chipboard, and I thought they were quite fun and I'd use those. So Robots is the name of the game with these particular two. So let's have a look at these individually. I'll begin with this particular one. It opens out and yes, it creates a pop-up, and I actually was really happy with this card. I was experimenting with the gears inside, and what I did there was I cut out a variety. I used a variety of dies on this one. I used Spellbinders, I used the Tim Holtz Gears dies, yeah, and then cut them out in different things. I tried chipboard and that was really hard. I'm not going to try that again, but the chipboard works quite well with the Tim Holtz dies. But then what I did, I wanted to make them more metallic looking, so I used some Adirondack silver, copper and gold inks and paints, and I think they've come up really quite well. So they've kind of got that metally sort of grunge kind of look about them. But yeah, I was really quite pleased with those. The papers are again Kaisercraft papers, and I've just cut, I used a Creative Memories hexagon. These shapes are really kind of in vogue, in fashion at the moment. And I thought, I might have a play with those. So I've kind of used the set. This is all part of a set that Kaisercraft produced. And yes, they've come out really quite well. This sentiment here I just made, I sat down one day and just made a whole heap using a Just Right Stampers stamp, and just made those and kept those in my stash, and they come in handy now and again. The robot, as I said, is from the sticker pack, and I'll put all the information on my blog. I used some Tim Holtz. These are actual metal pieces, and they turn around, as you can see, with a little brad there. They're from Ideology, just to kind of give them a little bit of dimension. And the pop-up here is just using the round label there. And I was beginning to experiment here with adding two pieces of different paper together to make the inside of the card, because I did two pieces of craft and then stuck these papers to that paper, but it makes the card quite thick. But I've been experimenting with that and I've got some more success in some other cards. So, and then I added a sentiment here, which is I've just put all geared up for a great birthday. I just hand wrote that. So that's the first one. Whoops. The second one is almost its twin, except that this time it opens out this way. I used a rivet embossing folder, which is actually quite good. I'm quite pleased with that. I think it kind of adds a metallic kind of look. I might next time brush it over with a little bit of silver or something, but this worked for a first try. Again, I used the hexagon Creative Memories punch to create the shapes here, and this of course is the robot of the same sticker sheet that the other one came from. On the inside, yes, similar but different. Again, more of those gears. You can see the colours here a little bit more coppery, using the inks. And I'll put the details on my blog. And then I just put a label, a layered sentiment here, all geared up for a great birthday. And this was one of the stickers out of the back of the 6x6 paper pad. I just thought that was appropriate there, a bit of a writing panel, and then the same paper, geared paper, and I've just inked around the edges with a little bit of vintage photo distressed ink, just to give it a bit of depth. Yes, so those are the 2 cards I was experimenting with. 2 more pop-ups, probably a little bit more, maybe a little bit more masculine. Well, they'd certainly work for both, but certainly they'd work for the chaps as well. So hope you like them. I'll speak to you later. Bye.